How's it going, my dream people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, your coach of the Cotswold Women's Cots, back for week 1 of COG, where you get to hear my voice again. Who is delighted with that? All of you, I'm sure, have missed these, what do they say, dulcet tones. What does dulcet even mean? Just letting Matt know. So this week, week 1, we're going up against Matt O'Shea and his Montreal Milotics. He's just never played off land before, so I'm just letting him know how it all works. I have no idea what different music are, and I can't hear them. I got earphones in and listen to something else. But yeah, so Matt is someone who we've played. I think we've played twice. I know he swept me, or at least put a dent in my team with a. No, I had a Dragon Dance Hydreigon against him, and I think I missed a scale shot, and then it went tits up. And then I think we played again in UBL low tier, and that was. I think I was haxing him out in that game, and then I ended up losing the game still, because I'm bad at Mons. Shock. So I think he's beaten me twice. One time I was a little unlucky, and the other time I was lucky, and I still lost, so fuck it. Obviously, the unlucky time didn't mean shit. Of his team, he brings everything that Eric brought, apart from he brings the Swampert over the Toxtricity, which makes sense, because Eric didn't realise he had a Swampert, because it's Eric. I did one quick mock for this, and smashed Eric. Actually decimated him. I won. Made a few changes accordingly. Slightly unnecessary now, the couple of changes I made, arguably that Toxtricity here, but it's fine. Kind of glad not to see the Toxtricity. I don't think this leads too badly against anything, and with the Toxtricity not here, we can kind of bluff Rock's lead and maybe start putting some damage out. Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay, things knocked off, which is nice. So you can see the 6 that we're bringing here. This draft's super weird. I don't know how to feel about it. I've heard Addison Aquarius in the draft stream said she thought it was one of the stronger drafts in the league. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, but I think it's a draft with like some gimmicks and some fun stuff, like Galarian Dom isn't here and things. But when you have gimmicks and you have fun stuff like that, they can either really click with a player and really click on a team and synergize, or they can just not. So it's always kind of a bit of a lottery for me. And I'm trying new things like Sylveon and stuff that I don't know. Beware, Starmie, Goth. These are unfamiliar to me. So we'll see. If I seem super off tonight, I am so tired. I've literally just played 90 minutes of football in pretty blazing hot sun. We had no substitutes, more or less, or certainly I didn't get to use them. So I played the whole game, and I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired. But I'm excited to be back playing Mons, so I need to get that energy in my head instead of tiredness, right? I think that's how you got to be. Do you guys want excitement or sleepiness? Who knows? I think we'll probably see a switch into Porygon, but there's a chance that he thinks, you know, let's just exchange rocks here and stays in which case we'll get probably just KO the Swampert if it's not Rindo, frankly. We're max modest Grass Knot, so yeah, this is one of the things we changed in prep. So this would be super nice. Actually choose that. Wow. Choose a max modest. So I guess that's Spadef a lot. Ice Punch. Leftovers. It's fine. So we're just trading damage. I'm kind of okay with that. Swampert. I'm really surprised it tanks that. So we've seen it's not AV because we saw the leftovers pop. Yeah, it looks like he's about max Spadef, which means that my Earth Power should now kill. I'm going to go for the Earth Power. It covers a switch into anything else apart from the Lati, which I don't think you necessarily want to go into. He could have gone into Lati, I guess, but I thought more likely a Porygon or something. I wanted to maximize damage on that before knocking it off and dying, basically. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that exchange. I think drawing first blood in this game could be important. This could turn into a bit of a sack race. And barring Rocks Terrakion, which would be great because Terrakion does a number on my team, so if it's Stealth Rocks, it's nice that it's not clicking buttons. Barring that, I'm kind of okay with this exchange. Just going to go straight out to Bulma. This is what this thing's on the team for. Like, I'm tempted to stay in and just let this thing die to stop any weird Lati shenanigans, but this can still be quite a good revenge killer, I think, and still could be really useful with Knockoff. I think Knockoff looks really good in this match, so I'd rather just pivot into the check, see what kind of damage this does. No life orb. That's not specs damage. So I can throw a wish up in the air here. I was tempted to yawn, but I think I just want to keep this thing healthy for now. If it's sub or SD scissor to take advantage of... That's fine, I'm fine with that. Yeah. If it's sub or SD scissor, we could have, you know, maybe had to think about the protect or not. But he obviously wants to get the free switch on the protect, which I understand. I'm half tempted just to yawn, but there's no need to be that aggressive at this stage. Let's see, he baton passes out. So the yawn would have been fine. The yawn would have been really good actually, but it's okay. I see that he's not Scarf, he's not Specs, he's not Life Orb, so we've got some good intel. He's willing to stay in and attack with it, knowing that I'm not going to Hyper Voice, but I think that's fine. I would very much be shocked if we don't see the scissor here. And then I imagine we'll see probably a protective pads U-turn, probably on the Heatran switch, into Terrakion. And then I could sack the Lando. I could call the U-turn and get aggressive with the Sylveon. Now I know that it's not Scarf Lati. It's a little bit less scary. For speed control with Starmie. This thing comes out. Okay. You might just want to knock off to get rid of my leftovers. You might just want a parting shot. I still think this is my play. So he can parting shot into the Terrakion. I totally get that. But at this point, I think that I don't risk a Sylveon. Because he Iron Heads. That's why I don't risk a Sylveon. It does no damage. Stealth Rock or go for damage. Yeah, Stealth Rock all day. Let's get our rocks up. It's fine as he goes for what? A Darkest Lariat into me. This will do a chunk because I'm offensive Heatran. Not too much of a chunk. Then I can just Earth Power or potentially Dark Pulse on the Lati. I don't think I need to be that aggressive. I've got rocks up. I'm just going to Earth Power. I can potentially wish this back up later on depending on what comes out. This is good chip on this. Really good chip on that. Doesn't reveal any kind of item. Do I Dark Pulse predicting the Lati switch here? Do I make a switch into Sylveon? This is probably a throw because I don't know if he's switching. But my gut just says this is the play to make, so I'm going to trust my gut on this. There we go. We'll snag this some nice damage. I think he was 2 in the back to just let the Incineroar die. So that's really big. Love that. Love that. If he goes for like an Earthquake or something like that, Sylveon will tank it a Surf. So again, I think the best possible option here for him is probably a Baton Pass again. So there's like a temptation staying with Heatran, but I think that's greedy. And to be honest with you, if he Baton Passes, I get another turn of leftovers on Sylveon, and then depending on what he goes into, I can protect again with Sylveon to get another turn of leftovers. So yeah. He might just make the read and Psy Shock. Yeah, which like I could have tried to predict, but there was no real point. So I'm just going to protect here. If he switches, if he baton passes, it's fine. I just want to get this thing out of range, and then I'm going to need to sack something to the latte soon because I'm taking too much damage on Sylveon every time I come in. It's a good play by him to Psyshock. Like I said, I was tempted to stay in the Dark Pools, but after catching him once off guard, I don't want to go for it again. If this thing probably only got, what, 3 switch-ins on rocks left, do you think that is? Maybe 2? Probably 2, actually. That looks under 24, right? So around there. So, let's see. Wow, this is weirdly focused for me. Maybe I should play football before I play all the time. Holy shit, when have I ever been this focused on a Pokemon battle? Normally I'm telling you about the itchiness in my scrotum by now. I don't know. What do I talk about in these videos? Who fucking knows? I'll tell you what did bother me the other day, actually. Do you ever have this thing where, like, you'll listen to a piece of music on, do I want to switch this? Because I don't know if I take this next one. It's okay. If I lose this, this has probably got like the worst speed tier and stuff. So let's try and wish up. Yeah, expert EVs. Do you ever listen to a piece of music, right? You're listening to it like maybe on one device. I don't know, maybe on like your phone or something, right? You listen to it in earphones, and you really like it. Really, really good. Mixing's fine. Everything's fine. And then you oh, I'm so tempted to yawn here. I think he's just going to let this die, though, because of the amount of rock switches. Nah, he probably wants it as fodder. He's probably baton passing. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm overthinking. We've been aggressive enough. I don't need to... Okay, Earthquake's not wanting to let me pass back into Tram. That's fine. Reveals the Earthquake. So Psyshock, Earthquake, baton pass. So I'm just going to wish here. Yeah, you ever listen to a piece of music? You listen to it on one device, fine. Maybe listen to it, yeah, earphones sounds fine. And then you put it on in the car or on another device, and somehow maybe it's like the type of stereo you're running it through. So for example, on my phone, it's just running through my earphones. I don't necessarily have like a, what do they call it, like an equalizer or something in my earphones. So whatever the phone is set to, like to boost the bass or the treble or whatever settings I've got on the music, are just whatever is in my phone. Then you get in like your car. And my car stereo, for example, has like a different equalizer, I think they call it. So I've already said that, but I think that's what it is. So like in my car stereo, I could boost like this or that. And when you do it, you change it, suddenly a song that you really like on a different device sounds like totally different. Or one thing that I find a lot is like snare drums. Sometimes I'll listen to something that's fine, and then I'll put it on different devices, and the snare drums will be like too high in like the mix on the song, and they will just like pierce right through me, and it's like all I can hear, even though usually it's just like a bit of like maybe the backing beat or whatever. Like that is all I can hear in that piece of music then, and it's like it drives me insane. Does anybody else get that? And you're just sat there and you're like, fuck, I like this song so much, like I want to drive and sing along or whatever you're doing, and instead you're like sat there like this is driving me mad, like this horrendous noise. Maybe I'm the only one. Let me know. Comment down below. Do you ever have that? I think now's the time to use Tran as the pivot. If he wants to teleport, it's fine. Okay, we die. I think he no longer switches in on Beware. But I could just go into this and trick. It doesn't switch in on knockoff. That's for sure. But do I just go Beware and low kick? Does Beware low kick Oko this thing? I doubt it. So I think I'm going to go into this guy because I think this baits him to stay in and try and kill me. I think this makes him think, oh, I want to kill this thing. And then I can knock off. The only thing he could really go into on a knockoff would be Terrakion, which would lose like potentially a Shed Shell or something like that. Or, you know, he could go Scissor, and I would like to remove whatever thing that has. Or into Incineroar, which would then lose its boost. So, yeah, as we see here, I think this is just going to force a sack. So, Heavy Duty Boots. Just going to Earth Power. If he wants to go Lati here aggressively, he's going to take rocks, and then I don't think he can come back in again. So I think he just has to sack this, and that's fine. He obviously didn't want to let the Porygon get knocked off, and I appreciate that. But, just going to Earth Power again. He's obviously scouting my moveset. It makes total sense. But there's no reason for me to do anything else here. Scissor could come in and tank it decently well, but this thing then won't have its boots, so... Yeah, so Heatran died, didn't it, for us? And that died for him. Maybe losing Heatran was the wrong one. I kind of thought I might take that discharge, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not a bulky Heatran, so overestimating Heatran's natural bulk there, maybe. It does make Scissor a bit more of a problem. Endgame Scissor, SD Scissor. SD Scissor is pretty problematic. We do have the Sylveon that can hit it with a big Life Orb hit, though. And will take the Bullet Punch decently well. But yeah, SD Scissor seems like his win con now. Scarf to Rack, still got enough checks. Lati's getting one down. Porygon isn't generally a game winner on its own, not with the things I still have left for it. So Terrakion comes out. I wonder if this is Mike Guy, the nickname. Probably. Do I let this die, or do I pivot into something else? I let this die. It doesn't have speed enough on his team. Yeah, like I was tempted to go Beware on that, but I thought he might not even risk it. He might just CC to not risk it. So, I think keeping you healthy for the Porygon looks really nice, actually. So I think I go into you, and I click Low Kick. I don't know if this Terrakion's Shed Shell as well, and like I don't really want to deal with him just going hard Scissor and getting all the momentum on Gothitelle. So I think I just Low Kick here. I could have gone Starmie, but with the Porygon still around, I don't think that nets a KO yet. I think this does, or at least nets a huge amount of damage on something. What died? Yuppie. Where are you? Landorus. Nice. So we'll chew this. We've got Chople Berry. We're pretty fizz deaf. It'd be interesting if he's Chople Berry. That would be a surprise. We actually would take another close combat. I mean, with the defense drop, he might not live it through Chople Berry. White Herb. A Jetpack. Nice tech. Nice tech. Nice tech. That makes sense. I knew you'd need to have something to get away from Gothitelle. So that makes total sense. But it means he's not Scarf, so it means Starmie can beat him in the end game if we land our pump. I wish I was Surf right now, but I'm not. He still doesn't switch in on this. Lati could try it, but I don't know. Lati might live after rocks, to be fair, because I think we'll do like 4 with our Low Kick. But I think it's more likely he goes Scissor and is surprised by how much damage he takes. He goes this. He's just sacking. That's fine, because that's really good for Starmie. Do you think that kills from another one? Beware. I think it does. Porygon 2. I'm just wondering about hitting a double edge to cover the Lati switch. They do equal damage to Porygon 2. Latios from... How much time have I got? Quite a bit. Latios, Low Kick. Oh, I still kill Latios with a Low Kick if it comes in. So we can't switch. I'm going to keep doing this because it'll do more to Scissor if he tries to pivot to Scissor. And I'm pretty sure this kills from what we just saw there. Oh, it lives just. Damn. That sucks. Would appreciate no para. Good, no para. Got Low Kick. Initially, when it came in, I didn't think it killed, and then when I looked at it, I was like, no, I think that kills, right? I think. Well, my gut was telling me it didn't. But, like, what do I need this for now that I've lost my Chople? I guess because I would have still taken 1 close combat from Terrakion, it would have been good. But the end game looks like Starmie plus Goth. So I think this has to die to whatever comes in here. Unless it's... could go hard Goth, but why? Why not go hard Goth when nothing else, Goth beats nothing else in his team? That's a better point. The scissor's the problem now. Swords Dance Scissor is a really big problem, and I need to manage my endgame around that. Because if I claim this kill with Gothitelle, Scissor can come in and set up a Swords Dance. I think I go hard Sylveon if it does that. It means it only gets one Swords Dance. Because I can yawn. Yeah, he makes the call in Stone Edges. But I don't need this for anything. Like, I'd rather this thing just fucking died, so it's fine. He can't eject pack out, he can't pivot. Obviously the crit means he doesn't have to risk missing, he can just CC, but it's Stone Edge. Like, it's a high crit move. I'm not complaining about the hacks. I could have stayed in with Beware, but it's like Gothitelle's useless, so I'd rather sack it. I mean, because I don't know if Lati's last moves recover. If it's Psyshock, Earthquake, Recover, Baton Pass, then this thing would have been really bad. I guess I could have T-waved it. But I'm really just looking at that Starmie as the win con. As he goes for the Mega Horn, so the crit probably didn't matter as he landed both. Goth dies. Maybe I've fudged this endgame a bit. Oh, I do have Psychic. I don't think you can go hard Scissor, right? So I don't think I need to Hydro Pump. No. Maybe I'm giving some outs here, but yep. So Scissor does come out here. If I stay in an attack, I think I lose. Because I probably won't kill. And I'll die to U-turn. So I go Bulma because whether he U-turns, whether he yawns. The bad thing would be if he just bullet punches would be bad. I don't actually know how I'm going to kill this thing. Yeah, that's not good. U-turn would have been much better there. Beware might be able to outspeed this thing and get the chip that I need on it. That's my thinking. So I'm going to yawn so that he can't be Swords Dance. And then I'm going to go to Beware, hopefully get the chip I need, and then hopefully win with Hydro Pump into Ice Beam. Yeah. It's been a little messy by me this endgame. A little messy. I wish I had Baton Pass right now. That would be fire. I'm just going to Hyper Voice. I can't believe he tanked that. Wow. He really chewed that. I don't have Mystical Fire, so. So he reveals he is Swords Dance, which is bad. So it's an offensive Scissor. My low kick. So I just need to go into Starmie and land a pump. Starmie Pump should kill. So I think I go hard Beware. Because it means you can't SD again. Fuck, this is messy. So we get the guaranteed turn of sleep. I think we'll outrun him here. Whoa, don't get a first turn. Wait, come on, you landed in Crit Your Stone Edge. I'm gonna call it in now. I'm gonna call it in now. Come on, don't get the first turn. Wait. Please. How much would +2 Adamant Bullet Punch do? I think maybe I fudged this endgame a bit, but I'm not 100% sure. No, Starmie should still tank. I'm just trying to not get in a world where I have to land a Hydro Pump to win the game. Fuck's sake. Oh. I think we're doing more, right? We're doing more than he can recover, right? I think we did more. I'm going to low kick again. Can't believe he woke up. Fuck! And he was roost. See, that's why we didn't stay in with Sylveon. I think I've been playing this as much as I can to not have to Hydro Pump to win. If I just stayed in and Hydro Pumped on the Bug Bite earlier, that might have been better in the end. But like, I didn't want to have to go through that. And I stand by that decision. Good. Oh, Beware. Beware is so fucking good. Beware is so good. What a beast. Oh. Yes. Yes, Rilakkuma. Great show. Go watch it on Netflix. That's my comfort food right there. Having a tough time, you go watch Rilakkuma. That big bear will calm you down. Double edge so that if he tries to recover or anything, set up, anything like that, we just get out of there. And then Starmie for the win. Poor bear. Oh, nice. Nice. So, he's not any of the berries that would speed boost him. That could have been the only end game that could have fucked us up, I guess. But we might have taken one Dragon Pulse and been able to Ice Beam him to kill. Can't miss Ice Beam. Nice! There we go. Team doing the business. Team doing the business. Late game Starmie cleaning. Who needs speed tiers, man? I like it. I like it. Poor old Beware. Let's take you off the layout. Beware the hero. Nice 2-0 win to start the season. Like I say, I've played one game of Mons since UPBA and NCP. So what was that? 3 months ago. I played one game versus Eric the other day, and that's it in 4 months. So it's nice to be back. It's nice to get a win. It's nice to be focused. What was all that about? I was calling the moves. I was strategizing. I was thinking ahead. I was winning. This is not the content you subscribed for. Next week, I will tell you about my scrotum, and we will have a fun time. None of this try-hard shit. Thank you so much for playing around with me. GG Tomato Shea. Really good game. Really tough game. Thank you for... you can tell I'm out of practice. Thank you so much for playing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.